Hello. Yeah, I just clicked the wrong button. I'm an idiot. So I was just about to open up our WWF save, and instead of clicking the load screen, I've clicked the delete save, which is good because what I was trying to do at the time was put the heel and face divide back on, so we can have heels and faces in the company. So what I will do is I will start the game from the very beginning with the wrestlers. As the game starts, I'll rehire. We'll start off again heading towards SummerSlam. I'll move all the pay-per-views around to set everything up. We're doing the first Raw. So we'll be back in July. But I think this will be better for the series, configuring. I'm very annoyed because we had some good storylines. But I wanted to put the heel and face divide back on, and it was very difficult to do that at the time. So I think Gemma's cleaning out the hamster, but I wasn't invited to the party, so I'll do this instead. So and also since doing this, I've learned some tricks about this. Now, diplomacy, I actually didn't realise these do. So you really want to keep I think the one thing I want is creativeness down. I'm gonna give myself some more diplomacy. There's a cat down here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to see if there's a cat there. I'm gonna give no point now. Yeah, there's a cat. He just jumped on the windowsill. I'm motivating. There we go. That was good. There we go. So that's that done. So we select this as our avatar. Next time round's been ended. Yay! And we're going to be a part of the World Wrestling Federation. There we go. WWF. Automatically, that's shortlist. Ric Flair. Let's hope you don't get killed by a golf ball this time. So a national size schedule. I'm going to be doing a lot of releases, unlike I did last time. So wrestlers that work for other companies and stuff are going to be gone. For instance, anyone on a pay-per-view deal will be signed. Hopefully, if they allow me to. Yeah, that's annoying. I'll sort that out later. But yeah, so everyone who's not on a written deal, who I want to keep, will be written. Anyone I don't want to keep will be released, and I will be building the roster up to how I want it to look. So people like Coco Beware. Goodbye. Jim Ross can say Virgil definitely can go. Not interested in Virgil. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. They work for Smoky Mountain Wrestling, so both of those can go. They're only here because of Smoky Mountain. And you two can go. Don't know how many tag teams that's going to leave me with, but we'll see. There's going to be a lot more releases than that, like Duke Josie is going to go. Doink the Clown, I'm going to probably keep around. I could get rid of him last time. He's going to probably stay around because I like Doink. But we'll have a look and see who's on the roster, see who I can keep. I don't actually think that was his name in the WWF for some reason. It might have been his name at the time, but I swear he had an easier name to pronounce. But we'll see. So I'm going to go through the roster. I'm going to have a look and see who we got. Release some, hire some. People like, for instance, if he's on here, he should be. For some reason he's loyal to the WWF, so Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, for argument's sake, and I think I can probably get. Yeah, well, we'll be able to get him eventually. But I think he. Oh no, he isn't. Anyway, we'll work all that out in a bit and we'll see you guys in a little bit. So, I thought she was passed away by this point, but we can bring her in. But people like Randy Savage are probably gone. Jen Glapers, I won't bring in until I need him, but we'll see. So yeah, we're restarting in whatever month this is, July. So the first edition of Monday Night Raw will be happening in a few weeks' time. We'll see you guys live for that. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. So I did a drug test on loads of people, and as you can see, all these people are in rehab. So some of our biggest names are in there. You've got Brian Pillman, I hired, Eddie Guerrero, Lex Luger, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Diesel. So yeah, they're all out for a period of time. So SummerSlam this year, we are going to be keeping to some of the storylines. As soon as you know what I'm like, I've got some interesting names. But it was going to keep Battle of the Undertakers and Brett versus Owen Hart. So them two are going to be continuing for now. And these two will make sense on Raw. But welcome back. Let's go on with Superstars. Basic how I do Superstars. Just a wrestling show. In a decent match, the Towering Inferno defeated the Steiner Brothers and Nasty Boys and Head Shrinkers in 9:44. The order elimination was the 10 Shrinkers first and Steiner Brothers and finally Nasty Boys. The Towering Inferno win the WWF World Tag Team titles. That is our entire tag team division at the moment. So, live with it. I ain't updating it, I ain't upgrading it. Nick, are you hearing my voice properly, guys? It's picking it up alright, but let me actually do what I was meant to do a minute ago. There we go, I should pick up a bit better now. If I was a bit muffled to start off with you, I'm recording without putting my headphones in. That's all he works. With 66 plus, I can't be Sucker average. He's getting both gimmick, Sucker average. Scott Steiner old school face average. He's so by his injury, old school face for Rick Steiner, Scottish Raid of Awful. Brian Knobs punk average. Jerry Sags punk gimmick poor. Samu's not suited to his gimmicks, but these two have good chemistry teaming together. Let's start my little book of I am not suited to my gimmick. Steve Ray 55, Booker T 63, Rick Steiner 72, Scott Steiner 71, Joe Saggs 67, Brian Knobs 63, 32 57, Samu 62. Knobs improved in performance to 66 plus. In about that good wrestling, a decent match of the crowd, Tetsuyama Fujima defeated Mankind 8:38 by pinfall. His debut is no gimmick needed gimmick, poor, crazy, great. Tetsuya Fujima 65, Mankind 80. Mankind in performance and Tetsuya Fujima in performance, which is nice, 71C plus. We've got a music video promoting Bret Hart, who will be coming up later on in the show. In about that decent wrestling, but in about that good wrestling and decent match crowd, Mashuran, I'm never going to say his name, the Japanese guy, defeated Steve Austin late 10 by pinfall, the Shining Yakuza kick after a distraction from Jerry Lawler. Steve Austin 75, he got a 70. Steve Austin unique, charismatic, above average, black charisma, gimmick average. No work improvements on the drugs of hit storyline style because I'm going to change his name between now and Raw. In a decent match, Juice van der Liger defeated IR Stryster in 7:42 by pinfall, sheer drop brainbuster. Teddy DiBiase did some good work at ringside. IR Stryster defeated Henry for 62, Juice in 72. IRS as he was known in performance 68C plus. And then we're gonna have Bret Hart taking on Jerry Lawler because half of my good guys are gone. But yeah, it was a good match. In a superb match, Bret Hart defeated Jerry Lawler in 15:29 by pinfall victory roll. Jerry Lawler 65, Bret Hart 96. No weapon is 81B. And then in a Bret Hart celebrates victory when Owen Hart runs in attacking his brother and beating Bret Hart down into the mat. So another guy who we have picked up on who I can sort out ready for the show because that is going to start off tomorrow night's Raw. But yeah, a 77B for not having any of the big names like Diesel and Shawn Michaels and that at the moment is not bad. I think once they all start coming back from rehab, and they shouldn't be on drugs by the time they come back, but we'll see. If they are, they're going straight back to rehab because I'll be checking them as they come through the door. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys back here for Monday Night Raw. I'll be setting that up tonight, but it'll be tomorrow. All Raws are going to be 1 hour until next year, so 1995. What I'm going to probably do is I'm going to do up till SummerSlam in this episode, and I think we've got In Your House in 2 weeks' time because everything's going to happen on the final. But I'll call them In Your House, and then in January of next year I'll change them all to be proper pay-per-views. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in a bit for Monday Night Raw. So even with the people in rehab, I've got 15,000 in for Monday Night Raw, and that will be Superstars as well. In a decent pre-show match, Scott Steiner defeated Nasty Boys in 8:19. Rick Steiner defeated Brian Knobs by the Steinerizer. Jay Saggs 55, Brian Knobs 54, Rick Steiner 73, Scott Steiner 68. Rick Steiner improved in flying and performance at 67C plus. In a decent pre-show match, Mankind defeated Tatsuya Fujima in 7:45 by pinfall the double arm DDT. Tatsuya Fujima 59, Mankind 75. No recommend 68C plus. In a pre-show match, Super Wrestling Analysis and Crowd hit the Hardy Boys defeated Revenge Warriors in 7:31. Jeff Hardy defeated Lance Storm by pinfall the Omega Effect. Old School Heel Gimmick average. Trevor Guerrero, John Storm Old School Heel average. Left Matt Hardy having to together. Lance Storm 54, Trevor Guerrero 39. Matt Hardy 35, Jeff Hardy 52. Trevor Guerrero improved the Rumble. We only have 4 tag teams, so I've thrown these two. The Hardy Boys, of course, are already on the roster, but I've thrown these two together in hopes that they might make a decent team at some point. In the pre-show, decent wrestling, but not much Kaiju Muta, Juice Villaga, Jim Powers, and Barry Horowitz. Defeated Crush, Ivan Ice Dreister, Perry, and Rick Mattel in 8-10 when Kenji Mutu defeated Perry by the Shining Wizard. Mysterious gimmick, average. Kujimoto was off his game. Barry Horowitz is looking very stale. Crush was very off his game. Fuji did good work at ringside. Teddy DiBiase did good work at ringside. Now's quality in the lift of the match. Barry Horowitz 42, Jim Powers 38, Juice Villaga 73, Koji Mutu 66, Rick Martel 65, Perry 57, IRS 60, and Crush 57. No work compared to 64C. In the pre-show ads of Power Wrestling a little heat, Ace Steel, Demolition Axe, Harris Hogan, Kip James, and Steve Kern defeat A-Bar, Ace Watts, Hunter Soundsy, Steve Dunn, Taz, and The Undertaker in 826 when Kip James defeated Ace Watts by pin of the Gunslinger. Him, and him are on a one-night deal because we run out of space. Also face gimmick poor, Ace Watts just suited to his gimmick. Oh, I ain't changing none of the gimmicks, so my guess on repeats. Abe, Steve. I should have remembered this one last time. Steve. Is that it? Yep, that's all I've got for the moment. Taz has got Mr. Davies' machine. Teddy DiBiase did some good work on ringside. Nice quality in the colour commentary going to boost. Steve Kern 32, Kip James 52, Horace Hogan 16, Demolition Axe 46, Ace Steel 27. Undertaker had a 61, Taz had a 65, nice. Steve Dunn 44, Hunter Hearst Townsend 52, and Ace Swartz 36. Horace Hogan improving in performance, Hunter Hearst Townsend in Technical, Steve Kern in Rumble, Ace Steel in Rumble and performance. Do you know what, Ace Steel? You're going to get re-signed for that. Improve. Because I need a face, and you might be a good one. In above that, good heat and decent wrestling. But little heat. Chris Joker tweet Tom Pritchard been 529 by pinfall. He's debuted his son Babyface gimmick, very good. Tom Pritchard 54, Chris Joker 58. Tom Pritchard improved in performance of 56, C minus. And then Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna in the back, and he goes, "You lot are so happy with him being in the WWF. This Southsider worked for the enemy. All you fans are stupid and blind, and tonight we prove in the main event when he makes his debut." Well, who's coming in? You have to wait and see in the maybe. In above that Subpar Wrestling and great heat. The Undertaker defeated Owen Hart in 8:15 by pin for the Tombstone. Superb Wrestling, sorry. Superb, I read Subpar for some reason. 8:15 by pin for the Tombstone in following defense from Bret Hart. Owen Hart is not suited to his gimmick. We know the Undertaker is not suited to his gimmick. The Undertaker and Paul Bearer great chemistry. Paul Bearer is not suited to his gimmick. 85 and 83. Undertaker improved performance. How is Paul Bearer and Undertaker not suited to their gimmicks? I'll have to look into that and see if I can make them suit to their gimmicks. It depends on what their gimmick is. So if it's a dead man, then we know that Undertaker should be suited to that because that's his gimmick. Next, 72B minus. So Tate comes out and he goes, "You're lying to the fans and yourself. You know this is the real Undertaker. I have him here right in front of you. That one, Paul, is the imposter and you know it." And Paul goes, "Oh no! This is the real Undertaker. This is my Undertaker. Oh yes, I know my Undertaker, and that man is not him. Oh no!" And he goes, "We'll see in 2 weeks in your house." So yeah, we're going to build up towards this. I know that it's scheduled for tonight. I'm going to move it to the end of the month because I ain't done that yet. Because I wanted to get the first Raw booked. But at that show, Owen Hart will be tagging with the Undertaker. Does anyone actually know in real life who the Undertaker was? Because I've learned that today. Because I never did know this till today, but we'll find out. I can actually show you. I think it's Brian Lee or somebody. But yeah, that's your main event of In Your House, July. 72B minus, not a bad angle actually. In above that decent, good wrestling and decent match card, Bob Backlund defeated Manchu in 6:01 by pinfall. Bob Backlund 73, Manchu in 72. No work with 70C plus. And then in a decent match, Owen Hart and Jerry Lawler defeat, and the Towering Inferno defeat Steve Austin, Bret Hart, and the Head Shrinkers in 5:49 when Owen Hart defeats Samu by pinfall. Samu's not suited to his gimmick. Owen Hart is not suited to his gimmick. The great performance of Bret Hart really stood out. Bret Hart's 96, Steve Austin 72, Fatu 51, Samu 56, Stevie Ray 51, Booker T 58, Jerry Lawler 67, Owen Hart 88. Owen Hart improved in performance of Fatu in Technical, not bad. The Bret vs. Owen storylines fantasy segment lost heat, and so is the Drugs of Hit storylines fantasy segment and gained heat. In Extreme Short match, Ken Shamrock defeated Thurman Sparky Plug in 4:33. 431 by pinfall. Ken Shamrock debuted his mixed martial arts gimmick. He's got an strength of average. Ken Shamrock 62, Spiker Plug 50. Ken Shamrock is improving in performance. There's a cut up here, obviously. The video plays hyping the main event tonight with Yokozuna taking Sting. In a bad great heat and decent wrestling, Sting defeated Yokozuna 732 by people with the Diamond Crossbody. Yokozuna 63, Sting 77. Yokozuna was visibly tiring towards the end. Mitch Fuji did some good work on inside. No work on moves, and there's 72E minus. The 71C, the show increased our popularity in 7 regions but lost us in 11 regions. Well, I knew this show wouldn't be very good because I'm still learning where everyone sits. So I think the best option until we get all the others back is just keep pushing Bret Hart in the main event, Bret and Owen Hart, towards that main event scene, because them two are going to pull out decent matches. We'll see what we can do. But next week, we'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw next week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Welcome back. It's WWF Superstars. Heading into Monday Night Raw tonight. But we've got a 70 in a bad good wrestling and decent match crowd. Winning Regal debuts, defeating Juice and Thunder Liger in 8:21 by pinfall. By using underhanded tactics. He's debuted his Blue Bug gimmick. He's got an strength of average. Juice and Thunder Liger 73. Regal 74. No equivalent 70C+. In a bad subpar wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Doink the Clown. The Underfaker, defeated Doink the Clown. In 8:27 by pinfall the Tombstone. Underfaker 50, Doink the Clown 35, no work appearance, 39D+. We'll come singing. And Undertaker celebrating his victory in the ring. Undertaker runs in, attacks, hits his Tombstone. I forgot to do all this. I'll do that in the next segment. So you might see that for a while. In a decent match, Hunter Hearst Downsy defeated Tetsuyuma Fujima in 9:50 by people with the pedigree. Hunter Hearst Downsy 52, Tetsuyuma Fujima 66, and Hunter Hearst improved in performance at 60C. Not bad a match. In a bad decent wrestling retreat, Furman Sparkplug defeated Rick Martel in 7:41 by people with the drop click. Rick Martel 64, Furman Sparkplug 52. No work with 59C. These two have pretty good chemistry showing their performance, so they will be having a round 2 of that match then at. Who was it ripped out? I've had to keep a load of people I wouldn't normally keep in this situation, like Furman Sparkplug and Rick Martel. I wouldn't normally keep them because everyone in rehab I needed to. And the Undertaker will take on Jake Roberts in our main event in 82B. In a superb match, Jake Roberts defeated the Undertaker in 1933 by pinfall after the distraction from the Undertaker. Jake Roberts debuted his snake gimmick. Scottish rating below average. The Undertaker has not suited his gimmick. Undertaker Paul Bear quick commentary. Paul Bear has not suited his gimmick. Jake Roberts 70. Undertaker 91. No work improvements. That's an 82B to end tonight's WWF Superstars. No specific comments to be made about the show. Awesome. So that's WWF Superstars. We'll see you for Monday Night Raw. And if by the power of magic and editing, I am back. In a pre-show bad terrible wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Ace Steel defeats Shane Douglas in 5:41 by Pill to Steel Spike. Article face average, franchise player average, Ace Steel 23, Shane Douglas 56. No recommends 50D+. In a pre-show bad decent wrestling level cheat, the Nasty Boys defeated Revenge Boys, Head Shrinkers and Steiner Brothers in 8:17. I've got the headphones in the wrong way. In the order elimination, Revenge Warriors was first, then Head Shrinkers and finally the Steiner Brothers. Samu's not suited to his gimmick. I've changed. That's a load of bullshit. Lance Storm 47, Chogo 48, Fatu 55, Samu 61, Jay Seg 63, Brian Knob 64, Rick Steiner 72, and Scott Steiner 74. No recurrence. I know for a fact he is suited to his gimmick, and I'm ignoring that message. So I looked at it. In a picture of our decent wrestling number cheat, Abe Swartz, IRS, Mankind and Pere defeated Kuji Mentu, Shoes and Thunder Liger, Bob Backlund and Chris Jericho. In 7:57, Mankind defeated Chris Jericho by pin for the double arm DDT. Ace Swartz was released without a ring performance. Chris Jericho 56, Bob Backlund 74, Juice Thunder Liger 73, KJ Mutu 72, Pereira 54, Mankind 75, IRS 58, and Ace Swartz 26. No work improvements. Ted D. Ross is getting better at his gimmick. Can we advance, please? Do you want to continue addressing this? New. There we go. That's better. In a terrible pre-show match, Crush defeated Barry Horowitz in 7:34 by pins of chokeslam. Barry Horwitz 32, Crush 54. No recommends. Mr. Fuji did some good work at ringside. In appreciate ads of Pro Wrestling and All Heat, Jim Powers, Kip James, and Truman Sparkplug defeat Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Rick Martel, and The Undertaker in 7:43. And Kip James defeated The Undertaker by pinfall against Gunslinger. Jim Powers' weakness regards the ring powers. Sparky Plug 51, Kip James 51, Jim Powers 28, Undertaker 53, Rick Martel 51, and Hunter Helmsley 52. Undertaker improving performance of 50D+. In appreciate ads, decent wrestling with another achievement. Tatsuya Fujima won Simmons defeated Ken Shamrock and Steve Dunn in 801 win. Ron Simmons defeated Steve Dunn by pinfall the Dominator. Ken Shamrock carried a match in terms of ring win performance. Ron Simmons 52, Tatsuya Fujima 53, Steve Dunn 44, Ken Shamrock 67. Ron Simmons badass got an Australian above average. Steve Dunn in Rumble 59C. Let's do the changes first. Yeah, there we go, old school, and he's got the dead man. Oh yes! This Sunday night, the main event, a tag match. We tag with Bret Hart and Youth's Fate, and you Fate and your... As you and your fake Undertaker team with Owen Hart. This man standing with me is the true Undertaker. There is no smoke and mirrors. And at your house... And that in your house, our team will win and we'll walk away the victors. Owen Hart, tonight you fall in the main event of Monday Night Raw at 67C+. But then we open up in a Ballad Subpar Wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. The Infernos, the Towering Inferno, defeated the Hardy Boys in 6:26 when Booker T defeated Matt Hardy by pinfall the Towering Inferno. The Towering Inferno make defense number 1 of their World Tag Team titles. In terms of ring weight, Booker T was 10 short very much. Matt Hardy 40, Jeff Hardy 43, Stevie Ray 55, Booker T 65. Both teams have great chemistry team together. Stevie Ray in technical performance, Jeff Hardy in performance, and Matt Hardy in performance. Nice for 56C-. In a Bad Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Doink the Clown defeated Taz in 8:29 by pinfall. Taz 54, Doink 34, 52D+. Sting's in the back and he goes, Yokozuna, you have a problem with the Stinger, do you? Well, the reason the fans cheer me is I turned my back on WCW and came to WWF. And Yokozuna, if you don't like it, go to the enemy. Go and work with the assholes Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff, because I ain't doing it anymore. And this Sunday night, I'm in the tournament to crown the new Intercontinental Champion, and I will win. There will be a one-night tournament at In Your House in July. I will be announcing the first 4. There's going to be 4 men in the tournament. As being as it's floating, Sting will be taking on Jake the Snake Roberts. 1-on-1. Also in that tournament will be Yokozuna. As Yokozuna will be in action, he will be taking on... Yokozuna will be in action against Roddy Piper, who does make his return tonight on the post-show. Not afraid to tell you that. We're also going to have Mankind in the tournament, as he will be taking on Mr. Steve Austin, and we're going to be putting Manchu against a fellow Japanese wrestler, because I've already planned this. Shuma takes on Tetsuya Fujima in action as well. So 2 of the New Japan's main event stars will be in action against each other, because we brought them in because they're on pay-per-view deals. So yeah, that's your first round. So the winner of this match will face the winner of this match, the winner of that match will face the winner of that match. And then the winner of the entire tournament will be crowned the new Intercontinental Champion, 75B-. In a decent match, Davey Boy Smith and Steve Austin defeated Jake the Snake Roberts and Jay Lawler in 7:56, and Steve Austin defeated Jay Lawler by pinfall the Stone Cold Stunner. Hey, Davey Boy's back. He's got his British Bulldog. He's got average. Steve Austin 66, Davey Boy 73, Jay Lawler 60, Jake Roberts 78. The drugs have hit storylines, and so that's what I called it, because I was pissed off everyone. In a bad had great wrestling and good heat. Bret Hart defeated Manchu in 7:45 by submission and sharpshooter. Manchu 67, Bret Hart 95. No working with 70C+. Next up is Undertaker vs Owen Hart. In a bad superb wrestling and great heat, the Undertaker defeated Owen Hart in 1959 by pinfall the choke slam. Undertaker 90, Owen Hart 88. No work improvements to 80B to close out the night. You should. There you go, 80B, beautiful. And then in a base through about October wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Tom Pitcher defeated Dave Power in 3 minutes 36 by the super kick. Dave Power 30, Tom Pitcher 50. Dave Power in Technical and Performance, and Tom Pritchard in Performance. 37D-. Then in the post-show battle, I had great wrestling and good heat. Yokozuna and William Regal defeated Roddy Piper and Sting in 1950-19 when Yokozuna defeated Sting by pinfall with a bonsai drop. Roddy Piper Davies, cocky gimmicks, got an average. Yokozuna and Sting don't work. William Regal don't work the same. Sting 90, Roddy Piper 73, William Regal 65, Yokozuna 81. Piper improved in Rumble. We're going to end the show there. 76B- increased our popularity in 23 regions. And didn't lose us any, which is nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for another edition of Monday Night Raw and Superstars. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. We are live with Ingle House July. I forgot about this. And in a poor pre-show match, Abe Swartz v Jim Powers and Tom Pritchard in 7:55. The order elimination was Jim Powers first and Tom Pritchard. Tom Pritchard carried the match in terms of ring performance. Abe Swartz 34, Jim Powers 36, Tom Pritchard 54. Tom Pritchard and Jim Powers both improved in performance. 10,000 people tonight. Tonight, the WWF comes into your house live when we bring you the hottest action live tonight. We'll crown a new Intercontinental Champion, and tonight the tag team main event, and so much more. And now, Snickers and the WWF presents WWF In Your House 1. And you guys, welcome to In Your House live tonight, and sold out with loads of WWF stars gone missing, but Vince might be able to answer, where are they? And Wishes goes, I don't know, Jim. But I hope they come back soon from their group holiday. Because of this, we got a huge tournament to crown the first Intercontinental Champion, the new Intercontinental Champion tonight. Let's get started now. 82B, not bad. In an exceptional match, Sting defeated Jake Roberts in 7:54-7:47 by pinfall the Bulldog. Jake Roberts improved in performance. Sting 84, Jake Roberts 74, not bad. In a good match, Manchu defeated Tetsuya Fujima in 7:45 by pinfall the Shining Yakuza Kick. Manchu 70, Tetsuya Fujima 64, no workman 68C+. In a superb match, Steve Austin defeated Mankind in 8:02 by pinfall the Stone Cold Stunner. Mankind 80, Steve Austin 72, no working print. This is really irritating me now, and there is a massive knot in the phone, and this is all fucking being. What the frick is that? Sorry guys, there is a massive issue, and I'm sorry if you can hear the kettle, but there you go. 80, 72, 70C+. In an exceptional match, Yokozuna defeated Roddy Piper in 7:53 by pinfall the Bonsai. Roddy Piper 78, Yokozuna 88, no workman 70C+. In a decent match, the Towering Inferno defeated the Head Shrinkers in 7:38 by pinfall. And Booker T defeated Samu by pinfall the Harlem Hangover. Towering Inferno make defense number 2 of their tag team titles. For 2:59, Samu 62, Steve Ray 66, Booker T 63. Booker T in performance and Fatu improving in technical and performance and 60C. In a good match, Jerry Lawler defeated Ron Simmons in 8:25 by pinfall following botched interference by Steve Austin. Ron Simmons 69, Jerry Lawler 66, no workman 67C+. In a decent match, Perry, Crash, Iron Strouster, Shane Douglas, Steve Dunn defeated Kip James, Doink the Clown, Chris Jericho, and Barry Horwitz, and Ace Steel in 7:47 when Crush defeated Chris Jericho by pinfall the Choke Slam. Ace Steel 25, Barry Horwitz 41, Chris Jericho 65, Doink the Clown 43, Kip James 54, Steve Dunn 40, Shane Douglas 62, IRS 60, Crush 58, and Perry 57. IRS in flying, Barry Horwitz in performance, and Steve Dunn in performance. Nice. 55C-. New. Let's just do it. That's fine. Below average, I accept. In a decent match, Ken Shamrock defeated Kajimuta in 8:15 by pinfall. Kajimuta 52. Ken Shamrock 48. These two don't click. In about good wrestling, these match crowd, Taz defeated Juicen Thunder Liger in 7:52 by pinfall. Taz 65, Juicen 73, 71C+. In a bad decent wrestling, without much heat, the Steiner Brothers defeated the Revenge Warriors, the Hardy Boys, and the Nasty Boys in 8:30 when the order elimination was the Revenge Boys first, then the Hardy Boys and the Nasty Boys. So the Steiner Brothers win. Landstorm 52, Chavo 40, Matt Hardy 43, Jeff Hardy 53, Rick Steiner 74, Scott Steiner 78, Jay Sag 65, Brian Knobb 64, Jeff Hardy and Rumble 64C. In a battle had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Sting defeated Manchu in 8:11 by pinfall the diving crossbody. Manchu 63, Sting 84, no workman 71C, 70C+. In an exceptional match, Yokozuna defeated Steve Austin in 8:28 by pinfall. The Bonsai drop. Steve Austin 68, Yokozuna 89. No worker in 71C+. In a decent match, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 7:58 by pinfall. The Springboard Hurricanrana. He's got a poor for his thing. He's sustained bruised buttocks. Rey Mysterio 61, Hunter Hearst Helmsley 54. Rey Mysterio improved performance of 59C. Yeah, we know. In a decent match, Rick Martel defeated Furman Sparky Plug in 8:23 by pinfall. Sparky Plug 59, Rick Martel 66. Sparky Plug improved performance of 62C. In a superb match, Bob Backlund defeated William Regal in 8:11 by pinfall. Bob Backlund 70, Regal 73. No work on 70C+. In an exceptional match, Vader defeats David Boy Smith in 13:22 by pinfall. He's debuted his monster gimmick, very good. He's got a 90, and David Boy got a 77. Vader improved in technical, 75B-. And then our Intercontinental Championship match goes to 77B. In an exceptional match, Sting defeated Yokozuna in 21 minutes 37 by pinfall the Bulldog. Sting is your WWF Intercontinental Champion. Sting 84, Yokozuna 89. No work improvements for 77B. And then it was meant to be an interview, but they basically have an interview hyping up their up-and-coming match. I guess 77B, not bad. In an exceptional match, Owen Hart and The Undertaker defeated Undertaker and Bret Hart in 24:40 when Owen Hart defeated Undertaker by pinfall. Bret Hart 96, Undertaker 92, Undertaker 60, Owen Hart 84. No work improvements, but that's fine. Undertaker needs to main event the shows because he's pretending to be the Undertaker. That's where we end this show with a sold out crowd of 10,000 people. 79B, well, that's a better show than what we've had before. I'm going to give it to Bret Hart because he's our champion. I'm going to give it to Vader for his debut, and I'm going to give it to The Undertaker as well. I should get the right one. Praised, and praised. Bret Hart seemed pleased, Vader seemed pleased, and The Undertaker seemed pleased. Awesome. So we see you guys live with WWF Superstars on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. We're 24 hours removed from In Your House, and my friends, WWF rolls on. And in above our good wrestling and a decent match of crowd, Revenge Boys defeat the Steiner Brothers in 8:09 when Chavo Guerrero defeated Rick Steiner by pinfall. Scott Steiner's Henshaw's wearing Lance Storm 54, Chavo Guerrero 47. Rick Steiner 78, Scott Steiner 87, no weapons 71C+. 70C+, sorry. In the battle, great heat and good wrestling, Mankind defeated Ron Simmons in 7:59 by pinfall the double arm DDT. Mankind did his game, Mankind 69, Ron Simmons 68, no weapons 68C+. Music video showing to promote Chris Jericho. Then a video you play showing you clips of the In Your House match between Undertaker, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, and The Undertaker. Then in a battle decent wrestling, good heat and decent wrestling, IRS defeated Doink in 8:19 by pinfall the Flying Lariat. Teddy Rossi did good work at ringside, Doink the Clown 64, IRS 57. No work improvement 62C. We move on to our next match. And in a good match, Mishu defeated Tetsuya Fujima in 8:01 by pinfall the Shining Yakuza Kick. Tetsuya Fujima 62, Mishu 67, or Manshu as I've called him. Let me get it right. Tetsuya Fujima was actually meant to win this match, so I don't know what went wrong there. Must have not been paying him much attention. They'll have a rematch on Monday Night Raw tonight, and that match, that match he'll win. So there we go. 65C, and then our main event of the night should go quite well. Is it Sting taking on Owen Hart for the Intercontinental title, 78B. In an exceptional match, Sting defeated Owen Hart in 20:01 by pinning the diving crossbar to the other subtraction of Bret Hart. Sting makes defense number 1 of his WWF Intercontinental Championship. Owen Hart 85, Sting 82. No work improvements. We end tonight's show with 75B-. Let's hope we can get a Raw, which does quite good. We'll see you with Monday Night Raw in just a little bit. For the first time since starting this series, I have an even heel and face divide, which means every wrestler can be in action without having to hire any additional wrestlers. This is Monday Night Raw. This is in front of 5,000 people in Long Beach. In the appreciate battle of decent wrestling, below here, Ken Shamrock, Tom Pritchard, Abe Swartz, Trevor Guerrero Jr. and Lance Storm defeated Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Ace Steel, Jim Powers and Barry Horowitz in 8:24 when Tom Pritchard defeated Ace Steels by pinfall the super kick. In terms of ring work, Ken Shamrock 10 shoulders burnouts. Trevor Guerrero is getting back his gimmick, announced quality in the colour commentary match and boost. Ken Shamrock came out of the match looking good. Lance Storm 53, Trevor Guerrero 54. Ace Swartz 29, Tom Pritchard 56, Ken Shamrock 69, Barry Horowitz 41, Jim Powers 34, Ace Steel 34, Matt Hardy 43, Jeff Hardy 51, Ken Shamrock 69. Ace Steel and Trevor Guerrero both improved in performance of 55C-. Beautiful. In a decent pre-show match, Steve Dunn defeated Chris Jericho in 7:32 by pinfall. Jericho 59, Steve Dunn 43. No work wins 54C-. In a decent pre-show match, Kip James, Chris Benoit, Doink the Clown defeat Crush. Rick Martel and The Undertaker in 7:34 when Chris Benoit defeat Crush by submission. Kip James hit off his game. Chris Benoit's David's Rabid Wolverine gimmick above average. Mish Fuji did some good work at ringside. Ted DiBiase did some good work at ringside. And now it's quality to lift the match. Doink the Clown 63, Benoit 71, Kip James 49, The Undertaker 64, Rick Martel 53 and Crush 54. Benoit Rumble, Kip James in flying, Doink in flying and performance and Crush in performance of 63C. In a decent pre-show match, Sparky Plug defeated IRS in 7:33 by pivotal drop kick. Sparky Plug 51, IRS 58, no work wins 55C-. In a decent pre-show match, Bob Backlund, Keijo Muto and Ron Simmons defeat Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Shane Douglas and Taz in 7:49 when Kenji Muto defeats Shane Douglas by pivot the Shining Wizard. Ron Simmons 74, Keijo Muto 75, Bob Backlund 66, Taz 61, Shane Douglas 59 and Hunter Hearst Helmsley 52. Ron Simmons in Technor 68C+. And in a decent pre-show match, Pereira defeated Steve Austin in 7:52 by pinfall the Powerbomb. Pereira 51, Steve Austin 73. No work improvements, 65C+. 73B- and Taylor's in the back and he goes, fine, you and Paul are confused the fans and they believe you. In 4 weeks, in a match, we'll finish you off and prove this is real. This is the real Undertaker. We're going to have a buried alive match on the top of the stage, we're grave. The first person to be put in and buried wins, and it will be my Undertaker. I did write that wrong. It's meant to be the first one who puts their opponent in the thing, but yeah. I cannot put it on yet because we are. Yeah, I will get that sorted and put that on at the end of this episode. But yeah, we're going to have a buried alive match live at SummerSlam. I know that wasn't the match they actually did. I think it was just a normal match. Let's have a look. Thank you. Let's have a quick look because this is the SummerSlam B video case. So hot it's scary. Let's zoom out a little bit just so I can slide that in. Undertaker versus Undertaker. The Undertaker versus Undertaker it was called. It wasn't Undertaker versus Undertaker, but yeah, you can't do that in this game. Oop, let's just move over a little bit. I know that some of these wrestlers have been released, but there we go. No work appearance, 73B-, beautiful. In a decent match, the Head Shrinkers defeated Towering Inferno in 6:04 and Samu defeated Stevie Ray by with a diving headbutt. It was because his gimmick was a heel gimmick. Samu's not suited his gimmick, but he should be now. Fatu 58, Samu 59, Stevie Ray 58, Booker T 63, Stevie Ray in technical and Samu in performance of 61C. In about that decent good heat and decent wrestling, Tetsuya Fujima defeated Manchu in 6:43 by pinfall. Tetsuya Fujima 61, Manchu 55. No work moves. That means that the final match you saw before this means he wins that little rivalry. And then Joey's in the back goes, Steve Austin, you want to come here and attack me and cause me to lose my match? No. Steve Austin, you prove yourself. Prove yourself. You face me at SummerSlam and beat me. I'll shake your hand and say you can carry this company on your back. Will Jerry Lawler do that though? That's the question. With a roster that's now getting very popular with the fan base, we've got a lot of great wrestlers, and I think we'll be alright for the next few months until some of the big names come back. Because I know for a fact that Shawn Michaels are not back for another 8 months. Brett's on the screen. He goes, SummerSlam, one word, steel cage, me versus Owen. I'll be putting this belt on the line. If you want to break out of my shadow, then beat me and take this title off me and become the champion. So I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. So yeah, we are doing a few separate matches. I don't want it to be a freaking brawl-based match. Steel cage matches are not brawl-based. They can be regulars as well. That's bullshit. But Hell in a Cells, yes. Anything else like that, yes. But no. And 5 minutes. It does not take 5 minutes to have a cage erected in this size of company. Right. Sorry about this, guys. I will rant and rave because people set this up for independent companies and not the big companies like us. So yeah, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart in the steel cage. You like the real life situation at the time in WWF? They did do this match at SummerSlam, and we're doing it at SummerSlam. 35B-. In a bad had great wrestling and good heat. Juice from Thunder Liger defeated Mankind in 7:42 by pinfall the sheer drop Banebuster. Juice from Thunder Liger 72, Mankind 73. No work improvements, 68C+. Liger! In a superb match, the Nasty Boys defeated Steiner Brothers in 8-16 when Brian Knobs defeated Rick Steiner by pinfall. Rick Steiner 74, Scott Steiner 83, Jay Saggs 68, Brian Knobs 68. Jay Saggs improved in France to 68C+. And then I forgot to do the hype video for this. In an exceptional match, Bret Hart defeated Yokozuna in 1955 by submission after sharpshooter after bladed cheating, which isn't the case because it was meant to be distraction by Sting. Bret Hart makes defense number 2, the WWF Championship. These two don't click, remember that. Yokozuna 74, Bret Hart 84, a 79B, and then a 78B because Owen Hart comes out and attacks him after the match. Then in an exceptional post-match, Jake Roberts, Owen Hart, Vader, and Jay Lawler defeat The Undertaker, Roddy Piper, Davey Boy, and Smith and Sting. When Jay Lawler defeated Davey Boy by Smith by pinfall, Sting 83, Davey Boy 76, Roddy Piper 73, Undertaker 88, Jay Lawler 78, Vader 90, Owen Hart 85, and Jake Roberts 79. Vader in Rumble and Performance, and Roddy Piper in Performance. Now at SummerSlam, some of the matches in some of the hints in this match, it's going to be an old school WWF main event match as Jake Roberts and Roddy Piper will settle their scores live on pay-per-view, and then of course it will be Vader will be facing David Boy Smith, very similar like he did in his debut, but it'll be that match, and that'll be the final time them two face for a while because I've got plans for Vader. But that's where we end Monday Night Raw. 76B minus again. We'll see you guys next week for another live edition of Monday Night Raw. Well, I forgot to add the Buried Alive match. Well, hey go me. I'll do that after tonight's Raw. But first we've got Superstars, which is the B show. But in a decent match, the Steiner Brothers defeated Well Done in 8:26 with Scott Steiner defeated Timothy Well by pinning the Steinerizer. Welcome back, Timothy Well. He got 39. Steve Dunn 51, Rick Steiner 73, and Scott Steiner 77. And he has come back clean. He is no longer taking drugs. Rehab's done good well for him, so hopefully it'll do good for all the other people there. In the Devalve, great wrestling and decent action crowd, Juice of Liger defeated Manchu in 8 minutes 12 seconds by pin of the sheer drop Baitbuster. Manchu 68, Liger 75, no working with 71C+. A music video showing to promote the Hardys. Hoping that will help their popularity, probably won't. And above that, decent wrestling MG, RVD defeated Perez in 7:47 by pin of the Van Terminator. Well done, WWE's whole fucking show gimmick. It's no scoring above average. The announced quality lifted the match. Rowan down 56, Perez 53, no occurrence of 57C minus. In the decent match, Chris Benoit defeated Shane Douglas in 9:26 by pinfall. Chris Benoit 70, Shane Douglas 56 to 64C, and then the Undertaker, video plays hype in the Undertaker versus Vader, which is not what was meant to happen, but that's the problem when you've got two Undertakers on the roster, you get them mixed up. It's actually the Undertaker facing Vader. 86B, in an exceptional match, the Undertaker defeated Vader in 20:08 by pin for the Tombstone. Undertaker had a ring form for 88, Vader 90. That is going to be the main event of fucking Raw. Telling you now, that's the main event of Raw, Monday Night Raw. We're going to go straight to Raw in a second, but right now Vader and fucking Undertaker are going to main event Raw because we need a match like that on Raw because every freaking time I book these shows, Superstars does better than Raw, 79B. And that is the truth. Our best shows have been on Superstars, which is not even a B show. So there we go. I'll see you guys at Monday Night Raw. Hope you enjoyed this very quick edition of Superstars as it always is. And we'll see you at Monday Night Raw. Welcome back to a bit of wrestling live. These are the results from Monday Night Raw. 4,374 people. In a decent pre-show match, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Kip James by pin with a pedigree. Kip James 47, Hunter Hearst Helmsley 47. Helmsley in performance 47D. In a decent pre-show match, Lance Storm, Taz and IRS defeated Juice and Liger, Chris Benoit and Bob Backlund 7:55 when Lance Storm defeated Juice and Liger by pinfall. Backlund 68. Benoit 72, Liger 76, IRS 58, Taz 57, Lance Storm 53, Bob Backlund through the Rumble 67C+. In a feature bad decent wrestling with cheat, the Hardy Boys defeated Well Done in 8:09 when Jeff Hardy defeated Steve Dunn by pin of the Amiga effect. Jeff and Hardy have a great chemistry team together. Hardy 45, Jeff Hardy 60, Timothy Well 41, Steve Dunn 52, Jeff Hardy improved performance 53C-. In a decent pre-show match, Tetsuya Fujima Steve Austin, Ron Simmons, and Jim Powers defeat Dave Swartz, Ken Shamrock, Rick Martel, and The Undertaker in 825 when Steve Austin defeated The Undertaker by pinning the Stone Cold Stunner. Tetsuya Fujima seemed off his game. Teddy Austin did good work at ringside, and that's quality and the colour commentary match boost. Jim Powers 32, Ron Simmons 68, Steve Austin 67. Tetsuya Fujima 65, The Undertaker 53, Rick Martel 65, Ken Shamrock 69, and Dave Swartz 31. No work around 62C. Nice little pre-show match. In the future, we had decent wrestling and good wrestling and decent match. The Towering Inferno defeats Steiner Brothers in 751. Booker T defeats Scott Steiner by pin for the Towering Inferno. Rick Steiner 71, Scott Steiner 78, Stevie Ray 67, Booker T 64. That'll be a tag title match at SummerSlam because that was a fucking good rating on the pre-show. So I'm going to give them to a 15-minute freaking match at all the title matches that we have on the line, including Sting versus Yokozuna, which isn't booked yet. That'll get booked next week probably. In the future, we had decent wrestling on Machete, Trevor Guerrero, and Pereira defeat Ace Steel and Truman Sparkplug in 808 when Pereira defeated Truman Sparkplug by pin for the LA Cannonball. Ace Steel's win included everything's performance, that's fine. Sparkplug 53, Ace Steel 36, Pereira 52, Trevor Guerrero 56, Sparkplug improved Rumble 52D+. And then we open up the night in a decent match. The Headstrings defeated the Nasty Boys in 6 and 7 when Samu defeated Brian Knobbs by pin for the diving headbutt. For 254, Samu 61, or Samu, Jerry Stagg 65, Brian Knobbs 64, no work improvements to 64C. Then we see Paul and Bailey goes, so you want a buried alive match? Oh yes! My Undertaker will win, and the real Undertaker is standing right here. And in 3 weeks' time, the Undertaker will be buried alive, and this Undertaker will stand tall. 77 Beef and Paul Bear, beautiful. 61C in a decent match. Keiju Muta defeated Crush in 602 by pin of the Shining Wizard. Crush 54, Keiju Muta 67. No work comments. Mr. Fuji did good work at ringside. 61C. In an extremely short match, Tom Pritchard defeated Rob Van Dam in 4 minutes 42 by pinfall. Tom Pritchard 51, RVD 60, RVD in performance of 59C. And then Steve Austin's back and he's like, you want a match with me, do you? Do you, King? Have you heard the fans? You're Burger King, and at SummerSlam I will face you. The hottest night of summer, and I will win, and I'll show you the future stars are now. Okay, we're not being scripted, any unscripted for now on the 64C. We're not unscripting you. In a decent match, Jake Roberts, Jerry Lawler, Manchu, Shane Douglas, and Mankind defeat Roddy Piper, Doink the Clown, David Boy Smith, Chris Jericho, and Barry Horowitz in 8-12 when Jerry Lawler defeated Chris Jericho by pin of the pile driver. Barry Horowitz was waiting to answer the thing. Roddy Piper's get back his gimmick. Barry Horowitz reserve game. Barry Horowitz is looking very stale. Jerry Lawler seemed off his game. Barry Horowitz 33. Let's put that in because that's all done. And I'm just going to put Barry stale and see if we can just tweak it a little. If not, we'll have to change it. Chris Jericho 59, David Boy 69, Doink the Clown 44, Roddy Piper 75, Mankind 78, Shane Douglas 56, Manchu 63, Jerry Lawler 57, Jake Roberts 81. Chris Jericho and Rumble, David Boy in flying, Barry Horowitz in technical flying, Jake Roberts in performance of 68C+. Beautiful. In an exceptional match, Yokozuna and Owen Hart defeat Bret Hart and Sting in 603 when Yokozuna defeats Sting by pin with a bonsai drop. Owen Hart 85, Yokozuna 89, Sting 85, and Bret Hart 93. Let's get that booked for SummerSlam, shall we? Because we've got 2 weeks to go. The WWE Cruise Intercontinental Champion will be the semi-main and night. Sting will take on Yoko freaking Zuna. That's that sorted. No work around 72B minus. And then Vader versus The Undertaker is our main event. In an exceptional match, Vader defeated The Undertaker in 1839 by pinfall distraction from The Undertaker. Undertaker pulled by great chemistry. Vader 73, Undertaker 88. No work improvements. 79B. And there it is, a 76B minus. Once again, Raw is not doing as good as Superstars. I don't know why. But I'll see you next week because we're now 2 weeks away from WWF SummerSlam. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. I forgot to take Superstars. No, I didn't. Yeah. Oh dear. I forgot to take these. Oops. What's that then? Is that last week's Raw? It's got to be Raw, so that's going to be WWF. That's going to be Raw. I'm not going to put WWF. I'm just going to do 10 quickly. But yeah, I just let the game tape Superstars. Do Superstars this week. I couldn't be bothered not being mean to you guys. I will book it next week, but wanted to get through this so we can get to next week and go home stuff. But in a decent bridge match, Liger won a battle royal in 8:28. The other members of the final four were Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Bob Bachman, and IRS. Hunter Hearst Helmsley being the final elimination. Liger got the most eliminations over the course of the match. Abe was getting better with his gimmick. There's everybody involved in the match. Chris Jacobson was going, Duncan Clown was going, nice quality. Liger in performance, Shane Dawes Techno, Taz and Rumble in performance, 660+. In a decent feature match, Mankind and Well Done and the Nasty Boys defeat Ron Simmons, Hedringers and Hardy Boys, and Steve Dunn defeat Matt Hardy by pinfall. Matt Hardy 42, Jeff Hardy 52 for 254, Smooth 55, Ron Simmons 72, Mankind 77, Jay Sykes 58, Brian Knobs 59, Timothy Wow 34 and Steve Dunn 42. No Workman 64C. Can we stop doing that, please? Thank you. In a feature match, decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Barry Horwitz defeated Crush in 8:24 by pin of the Howard's Cradle. Let's do that. Barry Horwitz 39, Crush 54. No work appearance. 29D+. In the feature match, decent wrestling. Decent wrestling. Kip James Steiner Brothers defeat Rick Martel and Tarring with Vernon in 7:31 when Scott Steiner defeated Steve Ray by pinfall. Booker T's getting better at his gimmick. Kip James 53, Rick Steiner 66, Scott Steiner 77, Rick Martel 69, Steve Ray 52, Booker T 60. Booker T in performance, Scott Steiner in performance, and Kip James in performance. Nice, 68C+. In the feature battle, decent wrestling, but don't much heat. Jim Powers defeated Manchu defeated Jim Powers by pin for the Shining Yakuza kick. Jim Powers 31, Manchu 67, Noah Quinn 57C-. In a decent feature match, Tom Pritchard and Joe Gray Jr. defeated Sparky Plug and Kyuju Mantu in 7.6 when Tom Pritchard defeated Kyuju Mantu by pinfall. He carried the match though. Kyuju Mantu 70, Spark Plug 50, Joe Gray 55 and Tom Pritchard 50. Tom Pritchard performance 62C. We have our typical contract signing at the start of tonight's Raw because next week I don't know whether there will be a Raw or not. I don't know whether we'll do the same thing as what happened when Raw first started and say the tennis was on. Which is what I'm thinking. Nope, we've already got it booked. So technically speaking, this is the go home Raw because tennis is on next week, guys. In a exceptional match, Dave Boy Smith and Sting defeat Yokozuna and Vader in 6:28. When David Boy Smith defeated Vader by pin for the running power slam. Vader 90, Yokozuna 89, Sting 84, David Boy 79, no weapon 70C+. Awesome. In above had fantastic and great and good wrestling, Roddy Piper defeat Joe Lawler by pin for 1 and 2 events from Steve Austin. These two have pretty good chemistry and great chemistry showed in their performance. Roddy Piper 80, Joe Lawler 61, 70C+. So Ted's in the back and he goes, "This right here is the real Undertaker. In 2 weeks we'll prove it when we bury the Undertaker. Well, this with all his might. And Paul, your deep dark secret is coming and is going to prove your lie. Be ready." 77B. In above had subpar wrestling and little heat. Kazuru Sakurida defeated Lance Storm in 5:55 by pin of the Asian Mish. He only got 22, Lance Storm 56, so he will definitely be going. Leaving the company, they're only here for 1 night deal, so these two. In above had subpar wrestling and non-Lizards crowd eat Tetsuya Kurita and Tetsuya Fujima defeated Matsuya Oniga and Ricky Fujii in 4:50 when he whatever. 64, 28, 21 and 39. Yeah, they're all going. Fusion and Rumble. Yep, they're all gone. And our main event of the night, hopefully this does well, 78B. And above had superb wrestling and great heat. Owen Hart, The Undertaker, and Ken Shamrock defeated Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Bret Hart in 22:05 when Cam Shamrock defeated The Undertaker by submission in the ankle lock. Bret Hart 93, Undertaker 89, Steve Austin 70, Ken Shamrock 68, Undertaker 56, Owen Hart 85, Undertaker in performance and Ken Shamrock in performance 78B. And then in the pool promotion match, Jake Roberts and Pierre defeated Nova and Austin and Rick Sarge and 8 and Jake Roberts defeated Rick Sarge by pin of the DDT. Jake was head and shoulders blown-ups, Pierre 56, Jake Roberts 77, Rick Sarge 27 and Nova Austin 26, no opponents. That's the end of Monday Night Raw this week, the Go Home edition, 74B-. I'll see you guys live for SummerSlam in just a little bit. It's been a rocky road, but we've made it to SummerSlam. In a decent pre-show match, Sparky Plug defeated Pereira in 8:11 by pin of the dropkick. Sparky Plug 54, Pereira 53, Noah Chris 53C-. In a battle of decent wrestling effort, Chris Stangas, Barry Horwitz and Ace Steel defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Ken Shamrock and Taz in 7:43 and Chris Stangas defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley by pin for the last rights. Ace Steel 35, Barry Horwitz 39, Chris Stangas 41, Taz 64, Ken Shamrock 67, Hunter Hearst Helmsley 53. a steal performance of 54 C-. In a decent pre-show match, Crush defeated Jim Powers by pinfall with a choke slam. Jim Powers 40, Crush 65. These two have great chemistry, showed in their performance. 57 C-. In a piece of ads of Pro Wrestling, a little heat, Lance Storm defeated John Zandig in 8:13 by pinfall, the person who made you CZW. John Zandig 24, Lance Storm 52. Both improved in performance, which is not bad, a 44D. He's not on contract with us, but we get a 87B plus to open up the freaking night. Tonight, it is the hottest night of the summer. With so much action planned, you won't want to miss. You won't want to miss. You won't want to miss this night. Joey had enough stars coming and pushing him out of the main event tonight. He meets Steve Austin. Will it be old or new who wins? And then the Intercontinental title will be on the line when Sting meets Yokozuna after they targeted Sting for the coming in from WCW. Then live, we'll find out who the real Undertaker is. Tonight, will it be Ted DiBiase or Paul Beller who's right? Then the steel cage will surround the ring as it will be brother versus brother with the world title on the line. Who will win? And now Snickers and WWF presents to you SummerSlam. We see the grave set as set up with loads of pyro going off as Jim Ross and Vince McMahon sit at the ringside and they go. So the WWF continues tonight and all these foods get settled and tonight will be no different. The grave is set for the Buried Alive match later. We see it and we get shown it again. And Vince goes, just listen to this crowd, they're on fire tonight. Let's go to Howard Finkel for tag team action. And we open up with a 10-man, 8-man tag. In a decent match, the Nasty Boys and Well Done defeat the Hardy Boys in Hatering 7-3-3 and Timothy Wild defeat Matt Hardy by pinfall. Timothy Wild is struggling to keep up with everyone else. Ring performance 54 C-. Fed 256, Samu 60, Matt Hardy 44, Jeff Hardy 57, Timothy Wild 29, Steve Dunn 47, Jerry Sags 59 and Brian Knobs 57. Timothy Wild improving in performance. I need to put my drums on because I'm sweating like a pig. In a decent match, Doink the Clown defeated Rick Martel in 8 minutes 21 seconds by pinfall. He sustained a broken toe. Doink the Clown 49, Rick Martel 62. No work improvements. This version of Doink the Clown will be released once the original one that was doing this time. He's in rehab, will come back. In a battle of good wrestling and decent the crowd, Kawada defeat Chavo Guerrero, Kuji Muta and Juice for the Liger in 8:14. The order eliminations Chavo Guerrero first, then Kujin, then finally Jason Liger, Chavo Guerrero's weak link. Liger 76, Chavo 52, Kuji Muta 69, Kawada is 73, Chavo Guerrero in technical performance, which is what I wanted, 69 C+. These are the biggest stars from All Japan Pro Wrestling, so we stole them to come here. Stop those guys always getting the end of the year rewards. In a battle good wrestling and decent crowd, the Towering Inferno defeated Steiner Brothers in 14:38 when Booker T defeated Scott Steiner by pinfall. The Towering Inferno. The Towering Inferno make defense number 3 of their World Tag Team titles. Stevie Ray is a weak link. Rick Steiner 69, Scott Steiner 78, Stevie Ray 57, Booker T 67. No work improvements. Not as good as their original match. That's fine. In a battle of great wrestling and good heat, IRS defeated Tetsuya Fujima in 8:29 by pinfall flying lariat. Teddy Wesley got some work. These two have great chemistry in performance. Tetsuya Fujima 76, IRS 67. Tetsuya Fujima performance. Best match from IRS we've had in a while. In a battle of decent wrestling, we have Chris Jericho defeated Tom Pritchard, Kenta Kabushi, and Robbie Brookside in 10:16. The order elimination was Robbie Brookside first, then Tom Pritchard, and finally Kenta Kabushi. Kenta Kabushi is head and shoulders above everyone else, and Robbie Brookside is weak link. That's fine. Dude's badass, above average, old school heel, above average performance. Kenta Kabushi stood out as being good. Chris Jericho 61, Tom Pritchard 52, Kenta Kabushi 78, Brookside 33, Tom Pritchard in performance, and not a bad performance from you to these Japanese guys. They're just not very good in the position. Next up is Sting taking on Yokozuna. In the next sectional match, Yokozuna defeats Sting in 20 minutes 28 by pin for the Bonsai drop after Mr. Fuji defeat interfered. Yokozuna wins the Intercontinental Championship. Yokozuna 88, Sting 84. No occurrence. This decision wasn't easy to make. I had to make this decision for the main event seemed to be looking good for the next few months heading into Survivor Series, while we've still got some of our biggest names on the shelf with rehab issues. So all of this will make sense. I'm not sure who Yokozuna is going to be feuding with yet, but I know who Sting's going to be feuding with, and it all makes sense later. And Undertaker's all caught up in a feud as well. In a good match, Mankind, Mansu, and Shane Douglas defeat Kip James, Ron Simmons, and Bob Backlund in 9:40 when Mankind defeat Kip James by pin with a double arm DDT. Bob Backlund 73, Ron Simmons 69, Kip James 54, Shane Douglas 61, Mansu 68, Mankind 82. Mankind's getting better his gimmick, and Bob Backlund improved the Rumble. Mankind's definitely starting to push towards the main event, and with Raw now going to 2 hours, I'm thinking about giving him it. In the next sectional match, Jake Roberts defeated Roddy Piper in 15-16 by pinfall. Jake Roberts getting better his gimmick. Roddy Piper 74, Jake Roberts 81. No work improvements to 77B. In the next sectional match, Vader defeated Davey Boy Smith in 13-24 by pinfall. Davey Boy 79, Vader 89. Vader improving the technical and performance. 75B minus, we decided we might have to send Vader to rehab as well. And above that, great heat and good wrestling, Jerry Lawler defeated Steve Austin in 10:09 by pinfall. Jerry Lawler 64, Steve Austin 73. No work improvements. There won't be the handshake tonight. Now we get The Undertaker versus The Undertaker. In above that, fantastic and great wrestling, The Undertaker defeated The Undertaker in a buried alive match in 25:05 by when The Undertaker was trapped in the grave. The Undertaker and Paul Bearer have great chemistry. Teddy Ross did a good work at ringside. The Undertaker 87, The Undertaker 57. The Battle of the Undertaker's fantasy segment. Well, that storyline ends tonight at 77B. But The Undertaker is celebrating his victory after burying alive, and then all of a sudden all this flames go up, and we see Kane come down to the match, and Teddy Ross is looking very good. Kane has debuted his monster gimmick, Scottish Ryan Vorful. Kane is getting better at his gimmick. No work improvements, but Kane has debuted. A video plays hyping Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. And in an exceptional match, Owen Hart defeats Bret Hart in a cage classic match in 30 minutes 05 by pinfall. Owen Hart is now your WWF World Heavyweight Champion. The match deserved better colour commentary. Owen Hart 85, Bret Hart 93. An 85B plus, what a main event inside a steel cage for 30 minutes. And then, after the match, Owen Hart is celebrating his victory when Sting runs in and attacks, beating Owen Hart down. So he loses the Intercontinental title and goes straight into the main event scene with Owen Hart. I think that would be good for Sting for the time being until we get further. An 87B plus, what a fucking show that was, my friends. That was fucking brilliant. I'm really proud of everybody, really. I'm going to go to Bret, I'm going to go to Owen, I'm going to go to The Undertaker. Yeah, so the guy that Teddy Rossi was talking about was Kane. We'll have to tune into Monday Night Raw on the next episode to find out what's going on after I deleted the original game, which is annoying. So this will be episode 1, or we'll be classified as restart after delete or something. And then we'll go into the same series, but we'll see. Undertaker, and praised. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really proud of that show. I will see you guys live with whatever comes next. I'll see you tomorrow for another TW video. I do believe that after this it's MPW. No, MPW goes first, then it's TW. The reason I'm doing this is I want you to see the main screen to see how long everyone's got left in rehab after this month and see if we made a profit, which I don't think we did. Let's go to library, my videos, and I can definitely see, because SmackDown should have gone live. Yep, SmackDown's gone live. I've had 2 views from a weekly Raw, not many for SmackDown yet, that's fine. I've got 2 views for Hell in a Cell review, 4 views for 1985, WWF episode, Impact Wrestling, and all these a lot. So, yeah, so we have MPW. So next I get to book Impact Wrestling. Yay! And then it's 1985 WWF, and then it's the 2 weekly Raws and SmackDowns, which actually I need to record next because I ain't got next. We're a week ahead at the moment. The only series what's not a week ahead is them, so I need to get them recorded, so they'll probably be done. They're quite easy to do, so I can probably get one done tonight. Are we finished yet? It's now doing the monthly. There we go. Awesome. Let's delete Raven contract. Jim Powers' his contract is ending. You are still. Let's get you back on contract. I really want to keep Raven around because we haven't been able to do a lot for him yet because he's been in rehab. But you know he's still got 6 months left, so that's fine. Doink the Clown injured. SummerSlam buy rate. Not a very good buy rate. I don't think we would have made a profit. No, we made another loss. That's fine. Vader once again. Yep. Okay, Vader likes that. So we're going to find you because I do not have steroids in this company, I'm afraid. Yeah, so we sorted everything out. We dropped a cult because I changed the company around a bit. So I think they're 5th. I think New Japan's on top at the moment. I might be wrong on that. Let's have a look. Where's New Japan? No, they're 3rd. So I think WCW are on top. Yeah. So we have stuck some of their bigger names, but they're still doing better shows than us. So yeah, that's been the episode. We didn't make a profit, but we've done a good, first few episodes. Did WCW do a show last night? No. Which is fine. I can hear the hamsters just maybe. But Doink the Clowns have been injured, which is fine. That isn't the original Doink the Clown, because the original Doink the Clown is in this list somewhere. Where is he? I think he's no, it's not. Is it Ray Apollo who's doing Doink the Clown? I swear it was Ray Apollo. But when Ray Apollo comes back, yeah, it was Ray Apollo. He was Doink after Matt Osborne and that. But yeah, so he'll be coming in as Doink the Clown the third. And I'll be getting rid of Doink the Clown too. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to have a quick look and see how long everyone's got. So we've still got 3 months, 1, 2, 3 kid, 36 days for Bam Bam Bigelow. BJ James has got 7 months. Brian Lawler 5. Pillman 6. Chris Benoit's got 8 months. Diesel's got 4. Eddie Gray will be back in 2, which is nice. Jim Ledeenot 3. Lex Luger 7. Raven 6. Ray Apollo 4 months. Razor Ramon 6 months. Rey Mysterio's got 6 months. Rob Van Dam's got 3. Sylvia Vega's got 2. Shawn Michaels still going to be out for 6 months. Sid Vicious another 4. Vader's got 9 months in rehab. And William Regal is 3 months. So Vader must be very deep into what we call the shitter. Because depending on how bad their drug addiction is and how early you get on, it means how long they're going to stay in rehab. But we've got WWF Raw tonight and Superstars. I will not... Raw's going to be 2 hours now. So we'll be changing all the storylines. And of course, let's do this, shall we? I'm not going to get rid of him. And I'm not going to put him straight on screen. But The Undertaker is now no more. He's known as Chains as well. We're going to call him Brian Lee. We're going to save that. I signed into a written deal so that he could appear on shows. But I'm going to take him off as a... sign him as having no manager. I'm going to change his gimmick as well. I'm going to give him an old school heel gimmick if I can. Is that available? Probably gone past it. Old school heel. And you know what? No. He's going to be going away for 5 months. He's going to come back as a face. He's been doing this imposter stuff, so we're going to prepare him for a return. Which, you know, and we're going to send him away. We're going to give him some time off. I know he's been around. We're going to give him 3 months off. And in 3 months' time, he will return, which will be Survivor Series where he returns and attacks. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's been awesome. So we'll see you guys and we'll find out what's going on with the Kane and the Undertaker and all that lot in the next episode. I want to thank you all for watching and sorry about deleting the save. But it was 2 reasons. One, I did it by accident, and the other reason was I really, really wanted to get the heel faces back, which I think is working with the company. So, gentlemen, we'll see you live very soon in the next episode of Impact Wrestling. We'll see you tomorrow for Impact Wrestling. Thanks for